Can you beat Honkai StarRail with only Ice-type characters? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome all to my second playthrough challenge account here on YouTube. As it says, we are going to be doing Honkai StarRail with only Ice-type characters. Now, there are three reasons why I wanted to do this. One, this is an idea and a YouTube series that I did a while ago. And while people did watch it, it didn't get many views because at the time, the people who were subscribed to my channel weren't there for StarRail content. They were there for something else that I hadn't done in a long time. Reason number 2.
23:47:15 system time. Very punctual, Kafka.
Reason number 2. Ice is probably the trickiest element to do a monotype challenge due to the lack of a good sustain. Scratch that. Due to there being zero good sustains. Because to this day, we have not gotten any new type of ice preservation, ice abundance, or any sort of new ice sustain, leaving us only with the original ice preservation duo, March 7th and Gepard, who both are, well, not the best. And the third reason, I am currently in the thralls of a heat wave. I live in the UK. People know what's going on right now. And so I figured, we're doing a challenge. We're doing an ice type challenge in a heat wave. We're beginning an ice challenge in a heat wave. That sounds fun. Cold thoughts.
After all, Elio didn't put it in the script. Why would it matter?
So as you can see, we're just starting off in the tutorial where we're forced to use Kafka.
Remember.
So, unfortunate. But if you guys are looking forward to more of this series, and if you guys are looking forward to seeing how I do in this series, and maybe want to try and help me get certain units, like, I'm free to donations, especially on this account where we're less limited, we're more limited in what kind of units we can have other than the other one.
Time to move.
But yeah, feel free to subscribe. And with that, I'm going to quickly cut. And I'll see you all when we unlock March 7th.
Wait, stop it! They're awake!
Hi, March! Also, yes, I did pick the female Trailblazer.
All right. Can you hear me? Do you remember your name?
I did so because Trailblazer has an ice unit, Remembrance. All Remembrance units so far are female. So it made sense. Yeah, here we are, folks. Our first unit, March 7th. One thing I'm going to do on this account that I didn't do on the other one is little character showcases. Basically, every time we get a new valid unit, I will be giving a showcase of their abilities. So, for example, since we just got March, I'll enter combat with her
It's the antimatter.
and give a showcase of her abilities, what she can do. So, March 7th is an ice preservation character, meaning she specializes in shielding her allies.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Don't mind this use of skill. I'm forced to. And something to note is,
You can't run.
when an when an ally with shield is targeted by an attack,
Try that again.
March 7th triggers her counter via her talent. Those are what March are mostly known for, her shield and a counter attack. Now, as for her ultimate, she has her ultimate. She will deal ice damage to all enemies and have a chance to freeze them. Have a 50% base chance to freeze them.
Watch this.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's basically what March can do.
You're stronger than you look.
Like I said, it's only a little showcase. I'm not going to go full into detail about what they do, because that'll take pretty precious time, and some of these characters have very complicated builds. So we're just going to basically simplify it to
Take that elevator.
their three primal
Finders keepers.
their three basic attributes.
Batter up.
Trailblazer will not be using her ultimate because she's not a nice character. And I think this attack here,
Can't run.
yep, trigger March's ultimate.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
So yeah, as you see, it's an AoE,
Check out this awesome move.
targets all enemies with a 50% chance to freeze. There we go. We froze one enemy.
With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's make it quick.
You're annoying. Try that again. You can't run.
Oof. Now things are going to get tricky now. It's pretty slow now because obviously
Batter up.
with just the fact that we're only allowing use of March's stuff, the early game is going to be quite long.
Gotta try hard sometimes.
So once I'm done with this fight, I'm going to cut and then we will come back. I will return to you folks when we unlock the abilities to warp. So basically once we get to the area where Asta is.
Check out this awesome move.
Oh, and quick little tidbit here while we're on our way. March 7th's technique.
Freeze.
She targets an enemy, enters combat, and freezes one random enemy.
Decide. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
That's what March's technique is. Alright folks, we're back. And we are going to be forced to warp for a fire unit, the opposite of ice. Hey.
I'll leave the reassurance of
But hey, at least now we don't. Oh, I didn't want that. At least now we can solely use March 7th.
If you have any other questions, you're welcome to come to Himiko and me.
And let me just sort all this out. Day 7th of the 3rd month, aka March 7th. Why not? I always forget to do this. disable auto lock on 4-star light cones. I wish we could do that for 5-star light cones as well. Unfortunately, there's no limited 5-star ones on the 50-50 loss. So it's just going to be Yunqing and Gepard for now. I wonder who the first ice character is going to be on here. Let me know in the comments, who would you guys love? What ice character would you love to see on the Celestial Invitation? What ice unit would you love to lose your 50-50s to? I'll sort the rest of those out in a second. The travel log. Because we can get a bunch of goodies of this, like the Gifter's Odyssey. We could do Aptitude Showcase later, though I'm going to save these for later. Oh look, we've got a March one. I could have done a showcase in this. Meh. But yeah, folks. Let me grab this. Do I use it now? I know for a fact that I'm getting Ron May. Because like I said, we could easily lose our 50-50 to either Gepard or Yunqing. So I know I want to grab Ron May with the 50-50 with this token, but do I wish to grab her now or wait? Meh. Waste not, want not. Strike one. Welcome to the team, Ron May. You are very important because you are currently the only Harmony unit with the Ice Element. So you're one of our only supports in the game. Something else to add a bit of fun to differentiate this from our challenge, our original account. We are going to be issuing level caps for this challenge. Basically, until we beat specific boss fights, we are going to be restricting ourselves to certain levels. For example, the first boss, the Doomsday Beast, we will be not allowed to exceed level 10 until we fight it. And that all has to be done with only the basic attacking on Himiko. Now, of course, like the main account, if we are forced into having a certain unit, like we are Himiko here, and they have an attack we cannot control, like Himiko's follow-up, then we will not be bothering to, like, harp ourselves on it. Like, we will be okaying letting it. We just have to try our best to avoid doing it as many times as possible. So that way to make the game the challenge a little more realistic, a little more, you know.
Take the express and leave.
But yeah, let's head to the Doomsday Beast now.
Let's go.
Once again, showcase time. Now that we've got Ron May, we're going to give her a showcase of her abilities. So, Ron May, Ice Harmony. Now, she's not going to be able to reach her full strength on this account because she's mainly a break effect support. So you want to normally run her with units like Firefly or Boot Hill. But, all that to say, she's still very good as a universal support. Her technique, Silk Serenade, When she enters combat, she will trigger her skill without consuming skill points.
Yeah. Eternal.
Tough luck running into me.
So yeah, as you see, she just recently used her skill. It Overtone increases damage dealt by units. And of course, weakness break efficiency. Unfortunately, there is no ice element unit currently who can bypass weakness break.
Try that again. You can't run.
So, we are going to be stuck. So yeah, as I said, she can't reach her full strength yet. Also, let's have a look at her talent. Hold on. I hate these stupid. She increases the speed for all anime units, so that's going to be really helpful for like characters who need speed, like Cyrene. Assuming we use her on a Cyrene team. We might not. And of course, when allies break an enemy target's weakness, run rail will do damage equal to her break effect. And when she uses her ultimate, she'll deploy a zone that'll last 2 turns. While the zone is active, all type res pen will increase by 15%, and their attacks will apply Thanatoplum Rebloom. Not sure how to pronounce that. To enemies, which isn't going to be super helpful in most cases, because what Thanatoplum does is when an enemy is in weakness break, when an enemy tries to exit from weakness break, the effect will make it so they can't. So basically it'll be like, it'll stall them.
Enjoying yourself? You can't run. Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move.
Well yeah, that's basically what Ronmei does.
Tough luck running into.
Overall, she's just a pretty decent just support. Don't mind me using Himiko's skill. I wanted to just get the fight over with. But yeah, these 2 units, we're gonna be, unfortunate sad as it is, we're gonna be relying pretty heavily on Himiko for damage, even though we want to try and avoid using her damage as much as possible. So, what we're going to do, hold on. We've got some pulls here, so let's see if we can grab an ice unit, like Misha. Either Misha... Oh, we've got Dance and Dance. That's going to be really helpful. Action Advance. Come on, game. Give us Misha, Paler, any ice-type DPS. I'll even take an early hit Yanqing. Oh! I just said early hit Yanqing. Please let it be early hit Yanqing. Or Gepard. But mostly Yanqing. I wanted to... Please give us a DPS. Okay. 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 Well, we got an ice unit. We got the ice unit.
Use the control device to switch the repulsion bridge.
Well, we got Gepard, folks. Wait, I think I can get another one. Oh, no. Boo. I was hoping I could grab another one. But at least that's another unit. Hi, Gepard. Welcome to the team. And we'll grab you this one. So since we got Gepard, let's do a little showcase on his abilities.
Eternal.
This ends here.
So, Gepard, Preservation Unit. Obviously, doesn't do much DPS. His basic attack is a basic attack. His skill is fun. It obviously deals damage, which is pretty interesting for a Preservation Unit, because usually their skills supply shields, like March, Danhang, PT, and Aventurine. But he's one of the only Preservation Units whose skill deals damage. Also that, his skill has a chance to freeze, so he just doubly froze that enemy.
Enjoying yourself again. Tough luck running it. Some value.
Right, so, you may be wondering where his other preservation skills come from. Well, that unfortunately mostly comes from his ultimate. When Gepard uses ultimate, he applies a shield to all allies based on his defense, which is fun. This also works with his technique, which applies a shield equal to his defense. Unfortunately, this is not something we can increase, so it's always going to be pretty low. And then he has his talent, which I have yet to see myself because I've not reached a point where it happens. But when struck with a killing blow, instead of becoming knocked down, Gepard HP is restored to 25% of his max HP, which can only be triggered once per combat. So basically, he has a self revival, which was pretty unique. Which is what was pretty unique back in the day, because the only units with revival abilities back in 1.0 was him and Bailu. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah.
You're annoying. My turn. Here.
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Oh, we have his ultimate.
Tough luck running into me.
I'm gonna save it for now.
Phew. Gotta try hard. Watch this awesome move.
This ends here.
Right. I think I'm gonna do a quick, but yeah, 3 characters showcases back to back to back. I think I'm gonna hold off on trying to get any new characters this episode. I say that knowing there's a free 4-star ice character coming up. But we'll wait till next episode to showcase her abilities, assuming I remember. I'm going to do a quick cut, and I'll be back to you folks when I get to the Doomsday Beast.
Wait, March!
Once again, once we beat this Doomsday Beast, our level cap will be able to increase.
Down here.
I think I want to increase it to 15. So from 10 to 15.
Eternal melody.
And that will be until we fight Gepard. Well, no. What do you folks think? What do you think we should have our level cap as after we... Let me know in the comments, what do you think our level cap should be? I want it to be below 20. So like in the mid to late teens. Anyway.
Every petal in life's garden will be swept away by the wind of time.
You can't let it. Try that again. Oh, great. Another walk in the park. Watch this. You'll do.
In the name of Landa, here's a code. Hard as the wind. We shall never fall.
This is going to be a long fight considering we don't have a DPS that we mostly use. So, because of that...
All things are as one. Time for one at a time.
I hope you're prepared.
I think I'm going to speed up, folks. Unfortunately, I think Himiko's going to trigger a follow-up. Yeah, Himiko's probably going to trigger a follow-up a few times in this fight.
There's more to life. This continues. Every petal will be swept away by the wind. You won't get away.
Yeah, here we go. Already
Time for an overhaul.
took our sweet time, but
In the name of Len, a will forged in ice never falters.
maybe I should have picked Yonshing. At least then we'd have a DPS unit. Come on, guys.
If this continues, I have something for you.
My turn.
Some value, I suppose. Every petal will be swept away by the wind.
Try that again.
Time for an overhaul.
You can't run.
This ends here.
You won't get away.
Try hard. Watch this awesome move.
So I think Himiko's follow-up has triggered
Try that again.
There's more to life.
at least 4 or 5 times, I think.
Colonel,
But yeah, I'm definitely ending the fight once we get past this foe.
you won't get away.
Tough luck running up.
Some value. I have some.
Hope you're prepared.
Alright. Whew. That was a trial. We're almost at 50 minutes. Yeah, I'm cutting. Hi, Nanook. Sorry, your element is the opposite of what I need. You're fire. I need Fuli. Ice. Alright, folks.
Choice isn't as elusive as it may appear.
There we have it. Honkai StarRail Ice Only, first episode, has officially come to an end. And what better way to end it than getting rid of the Himiko? Himiko has left the pie. And it's making us see. But yeah, folks, that's where we're going to end it. Thankfully, it's already quite a long video. I've still got cuts to do. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like, subscribe. And see ya.